Ladies and gentlemen, make a little bit of noise. You are in the rodeo capital of the world.
There was a part of the Cody Night Rodeo when the clown asked all the kids 12 and under to come onto the field. And we went down there, and the clown said that there were 2 calves with bandanas on their tails, and you'd try to chase them, and the person who got the bandanas off their tails would win a prize. There were 2 calves and much too many children.
Before he turned the kids loose, he made them do calisthenics and actually had them make dust angels on the arena floor, much to the chagrin of all the watching parents. Fortunately, we didn't go down there with them, but they did come back a little dirty. One of my favorite parts about the Cody Night Rodeo was the show going on in the background by the cattle roping. We had awesome sunsets behind the grandstands. And then as it got later, a thunderstorm rolled through in the background, and you could watch the flashes of lightning above the grandstands and beyond them during the barrel racing.
Awesome Blue.
Even with the heat-safe spatula, that old pan stuck too much. So with our new non-stick pan, we can now cook 6 eggs at once. Cody is also home to the Buffalo Cody Center of the Wild West, which has 5 fabulous museums. Titus got to see Theodore Roosevelt's saddle, and they had an amazing museum of natural history, which we didn't get too many great photos of. And Joey, of course, enjoyed the Museum of Firearms. Where are we, Joey?
Cody Firearms.
The Cody Firearms Museum. What are you looking at there? That is a Gatling gun from 1875. But his favorite gun was one of the smallest in the collection. Getting it all done there?
Oh yeah. And I'm remembering the plan for when it's hot. We sweat.
Yes, we do. Welcome to Wyoming. We had a windstorm last night, which was pretty terrifying in a tent camper under a cottonwood with dead branches. We trundled everybody to the middle of the camper and didn't get much sleep. Fortunately, all that happened to the camper is one awning pole came out. Unfortunately, this was supposed to be a 7 o'clock up and out car breakfast on the road in half an hour kind of day, but nobody slept well, so we may or may not make it to Devil's Tower. Well, crew, the breakfast is headed out. It's 8:03. Are we gonna try for Devil's Tower on the way to Custer?
Yes.
They all want to go for it, so 7.5 hours in the car it is. Current forecast for Devil's Tower is 101 degrees this afternoon. The drive was beautiful through Wyoming, and the very polite Wyoming drivers were very patient with a Honda Odyssey towing at max capacity that did not do very well getting all the way up to Powder River Pass. But we made it. 315 miles later, we are at the trailer drop for Devil's Tower National Monument. We're gonna head up to the visitor center. And after looking around there for a bit, some of us headed up to the trailhead. What do you guys think?
Good.
How tall is that thing, Titus?
800 or so feet.
Yeah, I think it's 897, something like that. Jenny is working on what?
The Junior Ranger packet.
Ah. And are we gonna hike 1.3 mile loop around that?
Yeah. No.
Why not?
You're not.
Why not?
Because it's
It'd be a good thing
90, 100 degrees out here.
It is 90, 100 degrees. Well, those delays over the mountain got us. We saved some time by not hiking at Devil's Tower National Monument, but we had to go out to eat in Custer because we weren't going to make it in time for dinner. And when we did arrive at our site in Custer, we found this right behind our campsite. And we're staying here for 4 nights. And I really hope the kids leave with all their teeth. We have made it to the visitor center of the Crazy Horse memorial. Jenny, what are we looking for in these exhibits?
All these items.
The art in this museum is incredible. Paintings and reproductions of the chiefs. And the monument is enormous. Then we took the scenic route over the Needles Highway, which was indeed beautiful, and as warned on the brochure, has some very narrow tunnels. And when we say narrow, I mean you have to fold your mirrors in if you're gonna make it through. It was a lot of fun. Gloria particularly enjoyed this portion of the trip. And we stopped and took a couple of photos to say, yes, that family went through that hole in the background there, and we survived. And then after coming out of the final tunnel on our tour, we were rewarded with our first view of Mount Rushmore. Well, we made it through the flags of the states. And now the kids got their quarters in the viewer, and they're taking a look at Mount Rushmore. What did you think, Titus?
Pretty cool.
What do you think, Jenny?
I think it's very fun to get to experience Mount Rushmore.
Then it was back to camp for some more rock climbing, and the next day we explored underground. Joey, where are we? We're in Wind Cave, descending down into the first cavern. What do you think, Joey? Titus, what is this kind of formation called?
Boxwork.
Is it unique to this cave?
Mostly, 95% of the world's boxwork is found in this cave. They have actually found boxwork on Mars.
All right, crew, we made it out. How are we all feeling?
A little bit dizzy, and I bruised my arm really bad.
Ready to go. In the cave, I had the hiccups.
Interesting. How about you, Joey? Woozy. You can take your jacket off now. It was 54 degrees in the cave, but it is not out here. All right, we did the natural entrance tour this morning. What are we on now, older kids?
Fairgrounds tour.
Fairgrounds tour, 90 minutes. Mom and Joe are probably going to do the Garden of Eden tour a little later. And I'm probably biased because Wind Cave is something that I was super excited about, but I think that is the coolest thing that we have seen so far. It was amazing to be that far underground. And we have 3 more caves to go.